Hi, welcome back again to my channel. Today we're going to be starting a new series titled My 10 Years in Jewelry Making. It has been an amazing, adventurous and fun-filled journey since 2010 up until now of creating jewelry and sharing them with the world. This comes to you as a 10-part series of a documentation of my work and also an insight of how I started, people that inspired me, and also exhibitions that I've taken part in and all that. So the first year will begin with 2010. So in 2010, I was a second year student at the Kenyatta University, and we had just finished our first semester, and I did my first jewelry class taught by Professor Mazrui. So what happened in KU is that after the first semester, which ended in March, we could break for a 6-month recess. And during this period, I normally found something worthwhile to do while I was at home. And this was looking for exhibitions, creating more artwork and all that. So in 2010, since I had just come from doing a jewelry class, then I thought that I could actualize what I had learned in class. And the jewelry class was mainly about introduction, and it was mainly beadwork and just the basics, different kind of beads, Masai beads and wooden beads. So I went home and said that that's what I'm going to do. So I did more practice. I bought some beads from the shop, but since I did not have enough money to buy more beads from the shop, I decided to go look for beads. At the moment, I was living in Gikomba with my mom. So you understand how the Gikomba atmosphere is, where you have second-hand clothing. So I could go and rummage through second-hand clothings and buy old belts, and I could get some beads. So that formed the base of my work. But more importantly is that after I had created my first batch of jewelry, then I wondered, where am I going to sell them? So the first solution was to sell them in Gikomba. So I just went to, just a spot. I did not ask anybody for permission. I laid out my carton and a draping, and I put my jewelry there. So at first it was challenging because this was my first time doing it, and I did not know how to price, and I could get people bargaining so much on my pieces. Like I remember I started selling my earrings at around 20 shillings, and bracelets were going for 50 bob. Necklaces were the most expensive, which was 100 shillings. But still, I could still find people wanting to bargain that. And I found that challenging because I had spent so much time working on them, but it did not really affect my process because it was my first experience doing it. So I said, okay, so long as somebody has interest in my work, even if they're going to bargain, it's cool. And some of them even wanted the jewelry pieces for free, Some wanted to bargain almost below half price and all that. The main challenge came from the county askaris because they constantly harassed us, especially we that had, I was just selling my jewelry just beside the road. And it was on and off because the other challenge is that I could not have my jewelry for the whole day. So I had certain times when I only displayed my jewelry, which was around evening when we did not have any county askaris running around asking for bribes or harassing people. My experience selling on the streets did not last long because it was so frustrating. And on one day, I had left my jewelry, all my collection, with my cousin, and asked him to sell for me while I ran to town to get more supplies. And we had that arrangement where he could sell for me, and in the evening he brings back my jewelry and what he has sold, and I could pay him something. But now on this day, I'm at home and I'm waiting for my cousin to bring my jewelry, and he doesn't show up. So the next morning, I go looking for him, and he tells me that the county askaris came and they took my jewelry. Some of my jewelry was stolen because there was a fracas. People were running away from the county askaris, and that was the end of my first collection. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share with you a slideshow of my first jewelry pieces, that most of them were taken by the county askaris, some of them were stolen, but that did not kill my spirit. I'm still here going strong. Enjoy. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. My hope is that you enjoyed the first episode of my 10 years in jewelry making. I hope to see you next week for my second episode. And if you've not subscribed, please consider subscribing down below and share it with your friends, and have a nice time. Until next time, bye bye.